Hi, this is Eric from Cafe Watercolor. So you might notice something a little bit different. That is because I switched out the camera. I'm using my better looking camera, and so they'll blur out the background a little bit so you don't see as much cluttering in the background. And also I think this camera takes better video, the quality is better, there's less noise, because before I was using my webcam camera because it's easier, but this week I find an easier way to set things up so I can use a better quality camera but still very easy to record. So anyways, about the backdrop, I actually plan to do something very simple to make like a very simple backdrop wall that will kind of cover all that up. So hopefully I can get it done by the end of this month, so you don't have to see all that stuff in the back wondering what that box is. So this week's coffee talk, I thought I'd talk a little bit about commission work. So when I say commission work, I'm not going to talk about the business side of commission work, how to set it up, how to accept payments, how to go over the contract with the client, what's the commission process. If you're interested, I'll talk about that, but this week I'm not going to talk about those. I'm just going to talk about my experience with commission work. So to start it off, I want to share the video my friend Sean McCabe has shared on YouTube about auditing your passion. I'll put the video link down below, so you guys definitely go check it out if you're still kind of exploring what you like to do. But basically what he said is that if you don't try to actually put into action and start doing the things that you think you love, you don't really know if that's really your passion, because you might like something, you might like the idea of it, you might even have romantic thought about them, but if you don't actually do it consistently for a period of time, you might not know that if you really like to do that. You might think that taking photograph is fun, so you think you want to be a photographer, but at the end you start to dealing with the subject, you start dealing with the model or the family that you're taking photo with. You might need to deal with the kids or the pet or whatever you are shooting at, and you end up realize that you actually don't like to deal with subject, you don't like to deal with people that much, and or maybe you don't like to travel all that much to go to different locations and taking photos of a group of people that you never met before. I'm speaking from my own experience because that was me. So yeah, that was me. I actually thought I want to be a photographer or a videographer until I actually start doing them. I actually realized that what I really like to do is the post-production part of the video or the photograph. So that brings us back to commission. I thought I don't like it because I'm afraid of dealing with clients. I'm an introvert, if you cannot tell yet. So I always have this fear that what if the client are difficult to me? What if the client don't like my work? What if in the middle of the commission work they hated it, or they want me to do like micro changes in the painting, which is not what watercolor is really about. So with a lot of fear, a lot of uncertainty in my mind, but I set it up anyways, because when I decided to become a professional watercolor artist, I set up the commission page just because I thought it's a logical things to do. All the artists does that, so that's what I do it. But I didn't know until I actually had a few commission cases. Throughout those projects, I realized that I actually like doing it. It's just the fears that I have that hinders me to do more of that. I really enjoy doing them because I feel like I actually bring something meaningful to them. It's very rewarding, and it actually is a lot of fun to explore the idea, the memory with the client. So most clients hire me to paint something as a gift or something for their home, but it's always personal. They want me to paint a place or people that's matter to them, that's really meaningful to them. And I always like to go to this exploration phase with them. What is it you love the place the most? What's your fondest memory there? And it's really interesting to listen to their story and even their places that I've never been to. Just by listening to them, just by reading their description of the place, I feel like I took a trip there already. And it's a lot of fun, and after it's finished, when they get it, and when they express to me how much they're happy with the piece, how much they bring it back to that fond memories, that location they have. It just kind of reassured me why I become an artist. I want to become an artist not just because I want to paint, I like to paint. Right? That's the first thing, that's very important thing. But also I want to paint something that matters to people. But I want to paint something that gives nostalgic feeling to the client, to the people. And when I say nostalgic, I mean in the best possible ways, that this fond memories that when you listen to your favorite song, when you look at the boxes of notes and the cards that people handwritten to you, it's that kind of emotional feeling that I want to give it to my client, wanted to give it to the people who enjoy my artist, because I really want them to experience those fond memories again. I think fond memories and good memories about peoples and places are really important to us, especially during the time that you're a little bit lost. When you look back to those fond memories, when you look back to those notes people written you, or whatever it is that bring back the memory to you, your favorite song, it sometimes gives you the clarity of who you are. It reminds you that you are loved and you are important, you are accepted. You and your spouse share very good memories, and you guys been through things together, and that help you to become stronger together. And if you remember, I did a painting of my grandma for my Mother's Day gift. And during that time, she is overseas, she's in Taiwan, so I can only send a photo of the painting to her. When I do a video call with her that morning after she saw the painting, I just remember she's just weeping, she's keep weeping, and she cannot really talk, so we cut the video call off early. And I got a little bit freaked out, and I was like, Mom, I'm sorry, that's not what I intended to do. I didn't want you to feel sad or and anything. But she just kind of replied me while she's weeping. She just replied me that no, I'm really happy actually. And it just kind of shocked me that because I've been painting for so long and I've been painting so often, it doesn't hits me that my painting can be such an emotional impact on people. Now granted, the subject matter itself is meaningful to them, that's why they connected with it so much. But that's an important element of the painting for me, because I'm painting something that matters to them. I'm painting something that matters to you. That's why you feel nostalgic and emotionally connected to that specific piece. I mean, my mom doesn't count, right? She's not objective enough. She'll always be there supporting me. But I also have gotten similar response from my client as well. And they wrote me and they tell me that my painting brought them tears and it bring them back to that fond memory. They got them to experience that again, and it bring them back to that special place or to be close again to that special someone in thought. And I thought that was a very powerful thing that we as an artist have. And it's because of that I really enjoy doing commission work. I enjoy listening to other people's story and able to recreate that moment for them, recreate that memory for them on a piece of paper with my paint and paintbrush, and the experience is amazing. So that brings back to auditing your passion, that comes around like a full circle. So there are things in my life that I thought I will like, that I thought is my passion, until I actually doing them, I actually realized that that's actually not really what I want to do. Commission is a little bit of opposite. I like to paint, but I have a lot of fear. I thought I'm not going to like doing commission work because I have to dealing with people and stuff. But it ended up to be one of my favorite things as a watercolor artist. And that's very amazing things that I realize. So that's it for this week's coffee talk. I am planning to do more story behind the painting, just to share with you more stories, because even though I don't have to tell you what I'm painting, because I'm not an abstract painter, you can probably tell what I'm painting when you're looking at my painting. But I think it gives a lot more meaningful connection if I give you the context of the painting. Where is the painting coming from? Who is it for? Why do I paint this one? I believe that is very important for you to know me better as an artist, for you to connect with my artwork better. I don't feel you experience the painting as a full experience if you don't know the purpose of the painting, if you don't know why I painted, the story behind the painting. So those are the things I want to start sharing with you on this channel a little bit more. I am, however, in progress of making a painting video, a longer format painting video of a landscape painting that I did. So I will be sharing the technique, I will be sharing the process of that. So hopefully you will enjoy that as well. So I hope you like this video. If you like it, please hit like, subscribe, and comment down below. Tell me and let me know your story. Let me know if there's certain things that you think you're not going to like, or you are afraid of doing that, but after doing it, you actually realize that you love it. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.